Hello, hello. This is Testify Tuesday. I'm Crystal
Woot
Arthur.
woot.
This is my husband, Kingston Arthur, and we are here with Andre Walker. Hey, Andre.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good. Thank you for being with us today.
No, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate it. So, if you're not familiar with Testify Tuesday or with Functional Faith, in Functional Faith, we help you experience the divine all the time in your money, marriage, family, food, feelings, fitness, despite dysfunction or doubt. I know that's a lot, but you're welcome.
But we're a lot, you know.
We are
We're all just a lot.
How do we do this? By using empathy, education, and empowerment to help you get to the root of what's holding you back from experiencing freedom in mind, body, and spirit.
Yeah.
We're here today with Andre Walker. Andre Nehemiah Walker, also known as Motivational Dre, is the co-founder of Man Up, actor, brand consultant, and speaker, born and raised right here in St. Louis, Missouri. Cultivating leaders and inspiring others has always been Andre's passion. Andre helps leaders, influencers, and entrepreneurs understand and design brands that succeed on the edge of change. I know Andre because we went to church together. He was my pastor's son. And so I've known him since I was like 6 or 7 years old.
It's been a while.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute. So, Andre, can you tell us, share with everyone else your story? Also, drop some likes and hearts for Andre for being here with us today. Share with us your story and how you came to be Motivational Dre, where you are today.
Yeah, no, I want to say first, I appreciate you all for having me here. It's definitely a blessing. I actually got a chance to see some of the other videos and, it just happened. I was like, one day I want to do a talk with them. And then you happened to reach out. And so it worked out perfectly. I love the work that you all are doing. I guess about my story. Yeah, I would say that I was kind of born as Motivational Dre, just like didn't discover it until maybe like 3-4 years ago. I think it's something that was always been in me. And I think it started from my parents, seeing them kind of in an entrepreneurial way. I've always seen them, spiritual first, because like you said, my dad was the pastor of church when I was born. My mom was there to assist him, but she also had a business. She had a cleaning business and things that she was doing on the side. And so I've always saw them kind of work hard, put God first, and really just pursue their passions. And so, and that was the love of people. And so for me, I just think that I kind of, went around my world, started off in sports, then I went to college, played sports, but then also got a chance to get to more of a business mindset, just looking at the future, understanding like, hey, money makes the world go around, need to figure out how to make it.
Right.
And then from there, once I actually graduated, I think is when I kind of walked really into my purpose, and that is really impacting people. My mission personally is to positively impact as many humans as possible. And that's what I personally live by. And so, I'm just excited to be able to every day help individuals in their personal life, but then also with their businesses and see them succeed. So
That's awesome. Okay, well, talk to us about making more money with less hustle.
Yeah, the idea behind
So tell us.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The idea behind more money with less hustle, it comes back to it was a book that I read called Essentialism. And I read that book, and that book really it changed my whole perspective, because there was a young lady who's in the book, and basically she talks about how she knew just when she was born to the day of when she was writing this book, that her purpose was to kind of be an artist. She was an artist in many ways, but essentially become an artist. And so within that book, there were so many times where her mom or her siblings were always trying to get her to do different tasks. And she was saying, hey, this doesn't serve my purpose. And I think a lot of times, a lot of us, we get caught up doing a lot of different things, but it's like, what are you truly on earth here to do? And how can you walk in that? Like, what has God called you to do? Even in my life, I've seen myself chase money and jobs and things like that, but that's not what God wanted for me. And eventually he had to get me back in line. And so when it comes to making more but less hustle, the idea is you really kind of getting into your lane, understanding the processes, workflows, when you're naturally good at something, you sometimes can spend less time doing that thing. And so the idea is to create a system, whether it be in your business, whether it be in your life, just that cadence where you can basically, spend the minimal amount of time, but getting the best and biggest result. And essentially within brands, within the businesses, whether I'm helping someone kind of build their business or in their life, just basically setting your life up where, it's, I don't want to say it's, a system, because nobody wants to live like a robot, but to a certain extent, you have a system that just works for you. And so that's essentially, the idea behind making more with less hustle. It really comes from my project management background. Like, hey, what are you doing that matters? And what are you doing that really we don't need you doing right now? What can we cut out? And when individuals start applying this to their life, they see they're making more money now, and now they have more time to spend with family, with friends, and things like that. So
I can see two things. Let us know in the comments, what are your thoughts on the concept of making more with less hustle? Do you feel like it's possible for you? Have you experienced that as a reality in like your work life? I can think of two, like, I guess, objections or maybe limiting beliefs people might have surrounding that. Is one, maybe I need to pay my bills, but if my bills are covered, I don't need to make more. Right? Like the love of money is the root of all evil. So I don't need to make more with less hustle. Okay. That might be one. And then maybe like, how do I even get started with identifying what is an essential task for me to be doing and what isn't, right?
And how do I identify what my purpose even is?
Yeah. No, those are really, really great questions. I think starting with the first one, one thing that I preach, and it's kind of like one of my I say virtual mentors, Gary Vee. One thing that he preaches so often is that if you're happy with where you are, then my speeches, my spills may not be for you. If you're happy with everything going on, hey, live happy. Because I know teachers that make $30,000 that are super happy, that go watch their kids play sports, that, they enjoy life, and they're in their space. But I think that a lot of the making more with less hustle, I'm talking to the individuals who are like, hey, I'm here in life and I feel like I am meant for more. I feel like, I do have a bigger purpose, and I feel like I can do more. How can I, apply that while still keeping it within my 24-hour day, And I guess going into the second part, when you all talk about like those tasks or those things that, you actually can apply, I think that you have to write out your day. Because a lot of individuals, my counselor had me do this in college, and that's like I said, college is what changed my life. He had me write out. He said, Dre, he gave me a sheet, and literally it had every hour for a whole 7 days. And so what he had me do, he said, hey, every day in the hour that you're in that day, I need you to write down exactly what you're doing. And when I did that for 7 days straight, I realized that I had an extra 14 hours in my week that I was sitting around on my phone, that I was just doing nothing, And so a lot of people, they say, oh, I don't have time, I don't have this and that, and I love that Apple, now on the phone, we can see how much time we spend doing certain things. I really would like individuals to print out, you can go online, print out, what I forget what they call it, like a daily worksheet or a time sheet, and really track your life for 7 days straight. Because it will open your eyes and it will change your perspective. And once you track your time, you can now say, okay, hey, I'm wasting time doing this in the area that I feel God is calling me to go to, in the area that I want to learn new skill in. I want to pursue pursue something new in my life. What can I eliminate? And then what can I add? And for me, instead of me, like, for example, Netflix, TV, I cut it out. Like, I don't have no TV in my house is plugged in. I don't even watch TV anymore. What I said is, Dre, the moments and the times that you feel like you want to go watch Netflix or a movie for like 2 or 3 hours, you're going to spend that on Udemy. You're going to spend that on a platform that's going to allow you to learn a new skill. Since I've done that over the past 6 months, when the pandemic, when I really started doing this heavily, I've attained over 6 certifications, getting Google certified, Google Ads certified, learning how to create websites, design, coding. The skills that I've been able to attain over the past 6 months have been tremendous, and they've been serving my community. And so I would tell individuals, and I know you all have, done the same thing, like, I don't know if you all replace time, but I know you all have really dedicated time to your business and to, the growth. And so I think that if individuals really start, saying, hey, let me look at my day. Where am I wasting time? What do I want to start applying in my life? Like, if that is, I want to be an author, or I want to own a business, like, what are those steps, and get help from a professional, go to someone who has done it, or, seek a consultant to help you, because you don't want to just waste time and money trying different things, but find someone who has done what you want to do or is doing what you want to do. Kind of, that's a long answer, I know, but
no, those are really good. Yeah.
Good. Is that called a time audit? Is that what that is?
I don't know. It probably, I'm sure
Yeah.
that would be the correct term. I had the incorrect term.
Yeah. But no, that's good. I've had a lot of people tell me I need to do that, and I've not done it. So
Yeah,
I need to do it.
it's very helpful. Very helpful.
Well, thanks. Those were, I mean, those were very, very practical tips, things that people can apply like today, like right away. Because it's less, I like how do I put it? It's less hustle, but it's not less hard work. You know what I mean? Like it's more intentional work. It's less flustered hustling. It's actually honing in and generating more money because you're being more intentional with your time and with your talent and with your treasure. And it's all, like you said, you're serving your community more now because you are doing this. Like, and that's what it all comes back to. Like you said, the example that your parents set, who have been my mentors too. Like, since I was young, I've always looked to them as an example. And like, it's always for other people, right? And it's for God's glory. And I think that's such a great example. And you're obviously a product of that, you know, like, and the example that they set for, you know, for you as their kid. And that's as parents, like we're parents. So like, we want to set the same example. And I've heard of that book before, but I've not read it. You said it's called Essentialism, right?
Yes, Essentialism. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, it's a great book.
Are there any spiritual practices that you feel like really help to like pour into your like your business?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that when it comes to business, just from a clean mind perspective, you know, just really having I would say a clean heart, clean mind. I mean, it might be what everybody says, but devotion, you know, I mean, starting your day with a devotion, you know, and I've kind of taken some, like, you know, as far as devotion, as far as like, you know, really, really like biblical Christian type of practices, but then also just with like, I guess just more so, you can say spiritual, you know, practices also where, you know, I start my day with like gratitude, you know, where even if I don't pick up my Bible, because every day, let's be real, I don't pick up the Bible every single morning, you know, but the days that I don't, one thing that I do is I start with gratitude. And so I will talk to God and I say 3 things that I'm grateful for, like that I already have, like, you know, family, friends, you know, like physical abilities, things like that. And then one thing that I'm grateful for that's coming. So that one thing may be, hey, God, I'm so grateful that, you know, I have a 6-figure business, you know, like running for me without me having to be there all the time, you know, just things like that. And so that has really helped me because it allows me to be in the moment and say, hey, you know, there are some things that I already have, but then also keep that mindset because, you know, as business owners, as, you know, leaders, we still have to be visionaries and think about the future. And so it kind of lets them keep that balance. But yeah, those would be the main 2. Other than that, I wouldn't say this is necessarily like spiritual, but, you know, affirmations, you know, I look in the mirror. And I know y'all can see me right here, but if you all saw what I'm looking at right now, I have affirmations. I have a picture of like my future, like goals and like things over here on my window. And I look at those things and I talk, I mean, it's kind of spiritual because I'm talking to God to say, hey, you know, like these are things that, you know, it's like a connection that we have, you know, and not because of, I wouldn't call it materialistic, but a lot of the things, my affirmations and things that I speak about, it allows me to help other individuals, you know.
Yes.
You know, and so that's kind of like why I feel that there is a connection between me and God when I do speak those things into existence.
All right. It helps you help other individuals, and it's in line with what you believe your purpose is that he's given you.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right, man. Thank you. Like that was great. I think that's going to be a blessing to a lot of people. Just to talk about, we don't talk about it a lot. I think that money has been talked about, has been abused in the church, talked about in the wrong way, right? And I think as a response to that, we've kind of pendulum swung. Like we see prosperity theology, and then we like kind of pendulum swing
to poverty
theology. And so we don't talk about money at all in the context of faith and spirituality. I would say that like having a dream board and affirmations and visualization, all that is completely a spiritual exercise. Yeah. We don't think of it that way. We don't have like a Bible study about it, but it is because God gave us, maybe we should, because God gave us our imaginations. We're made in his image, and God first saw creation and then spoke it into existence. And so like, I think that's his desire, is for us to listen, right? Listen to like the vision that he's given us, and then speak it.
See it and then speak it.
Yeah, and then speak it and do it.
Yeah, no, yep.
Yeah.
We're going to do a Bible study.
Oh, here it comes. All right, we already did enough, baby. Well, thank you so much, Andre. It was a blessing having you. I'm sure a lot of people in our audience are getting a lot of value out of this. Let us know in the comments if you have any questions and what your thoughts are about this topic. Andre, do you have anything that you're promoting right now?
At the moment, I can't say that I am. Yeah, I mean, God has definitely put me in a place where I'm super grateful. As far as like the amount of clients and things that I can take on, I'm kind of maxed out right now. I will have a free ebook coming, a digital ebook coming out probably in the next week or so. I just finished it up, but I'm going to probably, line it up. So yeah, that'll be on my website at motivationaldre.com. And that's going to be a free ebook really for, I would say, entrepreneurs, leaders, individuals that want to get started within branding, business, but don't know all the tools that are out there. And so in that ebook, I pretty much outline, from marketing, communication, legal, like all of the tools. And I haven't broken down by those topics. And within that, links to each website to show you, hey, these are some platforms that you can use. These are some that are free, some that cost, but just in one place, you can see everything. So those entrepreneurs or those individuals that are starting businesses, or if you have a church or whatever, and you're looking for, ways to organize your social media, ways to do your accounting, whatever it may be, you have access to all those tools. So that's something that I will have on my website probably in the next week or two.
Well, that sounds like some free gold.
That's awesome. Yeah. So motivationaldre.com is a place people can go to connect. What about social media? What social media platforms are you on? Where can people find you there?
Yeah, Instagram, Facebook. What is it? Well, it's the Twitter. All things Motivational Dre. So
okay, it's Motivational Dre across the board in all of them.
Across the board, yes.
Awesome, cool. And you can see how to spell that right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Andre, and thank you to whoever's watching. Again, comment and let us know if you have any questions. And that's it.
Yeah, that's all.
All right. Well, yeah, thank you so much. Go in peace and presence.